You have been told your whole life that 8 hours of sleep is normal, that waking up in the middle of the night means something is wrong with you, that if you cannot sleep straight through, you have a problem. But here is the thing, every single one of those ideas is less than 200 years old. Before that, ancient humans slept completely differently. And scientists now believe the way ancient humans slept was actually healthier than anything we do today. Which means the way you sleep right now might be the broken version. Have you ever woken up at 2 a.m. and just lay there staring at the ceiling, unable to go back to sleep, thoughts racing, wondering what is wrong with you? Maybe you felt anxious about it. Maybe you looked at your phone. Maybe you just felt broken. Here is what nobody told you. Ancient humans did this too. Every single night. And they did not think it was a problem at all. In fact, they had an entire system built around it. And what they did in those hours in the middle of the night will genuinely surprise you. In 2001, a historian named Roger Ekirch published research that changed how scientists think about sleep forever. He spent 16 years going through thousands of historical documents, diaries, letters, court records, medical texts going back hundreds of years. And he found something that nobody had noticed before. Ancient and medieval humans did not sleep in one long block. They slept in two separate chunks. They called it first sleep and second sleep. They would go to sleep when it got dark, wake up naturally around midnight, stay awake for 1 to 2 hours, and then go back to sleep until morning. This was not insomnia. This was just how humans slept. For thousands of years, it was completely normal. So normal that people wrote about what they did during that middle-of-the-night waking period as casually as we write about having breakfast. It was just part of life. So what did they actually do during those hours? This is where it gets genuinely fascinating. Some people prayed. Medieval writings show that the hours between first and second sleep were considered the best time to communicate with God. The mind was calm and the world was quiet. Some people talked. Couples would lie in the dark and have long conversations in a way they never could during the busy day. Some communities would visit neighbors in the middle of the night, knock on a door at 1 a.m. and have tea and conversation. This was considered completely normal. Other people used the time to think, to solve problems they could not figure out during the day. Writers and thinkers deliberately woke in the middle of the night to work on ideas, because they found their mind was clearer and more creative in that window than at any other time. And researchers who studied modern hunter-gatherer tribes in Africa found the same pattern still happening today. The Hadza tribe in Tanzania naturally wake for 1 to 2 hours in the middle of the night. They sit by the fire, they talk, they look at the stars, and then they go back to sleep. Nobody panics, nobody takes medication, nobody stares at a phone. They just exist in those hours, the way ancient humans always did. Now, here is the part that should make you genuinely angry. The reason we stopped sleeping this way has nothing to do with health. It has nothing to do with science. It has everything to do with artificial light. Before electric lights existed, humans went to sleep when the sun went down and woke up when the sun came up. That natural rhythm created the two-sleep pattern automatically. Then, in the late 1800s, electric street lighting arrived. Then indoor electric lighting. Suddenly, people could stay awake longer at night, work longer, do more. And so they pushed their bedtime later and later. But they still had to wake up early for work. So instead of 2 relaxed sleep periods, they started cramming everything into one shorter, stressed block. And when they started waking up in the middle of the night, the way their bodies were programmed to do for thousands of years, they suddenly thought something was wrong. doctors started calling it a disorder. They started prescribing medication for it. An entire medical industry was built around fixing something that was never broken in the first place. Scientist Russell Foster from Oxford University said it clearly. The idea of 8 hours of unbroken sleep is a very recent invention, and there is growing evidence it may actually be worse for your body than the natural 2 sleep pattern ancient humans used. But here is the twist that most people miss. Ancient humans did not just sleep differently. They thought about sleep completely differently. To them, sleep was not a task to complete. It was not 8 hours to get through so you could be productive the next day. Sleep was part of a rhythm, a conversation between your body and the world around it. They slept when it was dark. They woke when they woke. They did not fight it. They did not medicate it. They did not feel guilty about lying awake. They just lived inside the rhythm their bodies gave them. And researchers who study sleep disorders today are starting to come back to this idea. Some sleep clinics now tell patients with insomnia to stop fighting the middle of the night waking, to get up, to sit quietly, to do something calm, and then return to bed when they feel sleepy again. They are not prescribing anything new. They are just rediscovering what ancient humans did naturally for thousands of years. The cure for not sleeping was never a pill. It was already built into how we were designed. Tonight, when you wake up at 2 a.m. and stare at the ceiling, remember this. Your body is not broken. Your body is ancient. It is doing exactly what human bodies have done for thousands of years. The people who built the first cities woke up at 2 a.m. The people who painted the first cave paintings woke up at 2 a.m. The people who crossed oceans on wooden boats woke up at 2 a.m. And they sat in the dark, and they thought, and they talked, and they looked at the stars. And then they went back to sleep. You are not experiencing insomnia. You are experiencing something so old, it does not even have a modern name anymore. Your body remembers something your alarm clock forgot. If you think that is strange, wait until you hear this. A 3,000-year-old shipwreck was found carrying products from 6 different civilizations that should never have met. What archaeologists discovered inside changes how we see the ancient world and the people who lived in it. Watch this next.